Happy Friday, and thanks for watching. I'm Mackailyn Johnson in for Michael Aaron. Now at noon, authorities in Stone County are in the early stages of an investigation into multiple homicides. What we know just ahead. And it's Earth Day, and a group of Harlem youths are showing us the importance of protecting the environment. Plus, our Verified team is here to debunk a viral social media rumor. Does McDonald's use xylitol in their ice cream? And it's been a nice couple of days. We're here with meteorologist Corrales Ortiz. It's been nice, it's warm. What can we expect for the rest of the day?
I know, we started off the week on very cool. It felt like almost early spring.
Yes.
And then now we fast forward to late spring to almost summer-like conditions for today. We are off to a beautiful start. You can see that right behind you. Nice blue skies,
beautiful.
Some of those clouds out there, and we're going to continue to see some sunshine later into the afternoon. So let's take a look right now. Visible satellite, you can see those field of cumulus clouds there. We started off cloudy, and then the cloud cover has just since decreased throughout the day. Already at 80 degrees here at noon, and we still have plenty of afternoon to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if they reach the mid 80s later this afternoon. That's what we're expecting for your highs today, with more of that sunshine in store. With a warm evening on top of that, we'll still be in the 70s and probably still staying around that 70-degree mark like we saw earlier this morning. Those 80s stick around into the weekend, warm and breezy for your Saturday, and then seeing spotty showers in the forecast with even more rain Sunday night and into your Monday. So that's a look at your weekend outlook. Another full look at your forecast is just ahead.
New information at noon. Arkansas State Police are investigating 4 homicides that happened in Stone County Thursday. Investigators say the murders happened at 2 different homes located about a quarter mile apart. According to Arkansas State Police, 77-year-old Shirley Waters and her son, 55-year-old James Waters, were found shot in their home around 2 p.m. yesterday. And about 8 hours later, officers were called to another home where 75-year-old William Trammell and his wife, 72-year-old Sharon Trammell, were also found shot. The bodies have been sent to the state crime lab, and state police have not yet confirmed if the shootings are connected. We have a crew in Stone County, and we'll have the latest tonight at 5 and 6. And down in Jefferson County, the city of Pine Bluff is showing off its future plans. Last night, city leaders gathered at the convention center to unveil its new comprehensive plan. We first told you yesterday before the announcement. Last night's presentation provided a roadmap for what could be in the city. The plan is focusing on building up what's already there, along with new areas of growth. To see the full proposal, you can head over to our website, thv-at-noon.com. Primary elections are almost 1 month away, which means candidates are fighting for Arkansans' votes. That's why the Arkansas Press Association hosted a day of debates so voters could hear from the candidates in 4 major races and hear their beliefs and platforms. Like most debates, some arguments were civil while others were a little more theatrical. THV11's Mercedes McKay takes us there.
I think it's a good time to thank you for taking a short break from suing President Biden to join us this morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is fun.
Fun is what some may have been having on Thursday morning at Little Rock Union Station. The day of debate started off hot with Lieutenant Governor candidates voicing their platforms.
We cannot have growth and economic prosperity across the state if we don't have an educated and ready workforce.
Or maybe more than that, just voicing their opinions on one another.
I would respond to Dr. Bledsoe's attack by saying, sir, you're a second-generation politician.
No one in the state of Arkansas ever dialed 911 and asked for Jason Rapert. That's an absolute fact.
All 8 candidates came, including current Attorney General Leslie Rutledge, Senator Jason Rapert, and Surgeon General Greg Bledsoe. Candidates were questioned about how they'd handle certain situations like controlling the Senate or having to step in as governor. Then before lunch, all 4 Secretary of State candidates took the stage, including incumbent John Thurston and former Pulaski County Election Commissioner Josh Price.
I'm running to protect our right to vote because I saw some things in that position that I did not like.
Secretary of State candidates were asked about election rights, voting integrity, and the legal battle with redistricting lines recently approved.
There was a lot of work that went into drawing these maps, and and when I hear the minority argument, It offends me at no end.
The Attorney General candidates were also asked about those same redistricting lines, as well as vaccine mandate and gender-affirming hormone laws. Only 2 out of the 4 candidates showed up on Thursday. One of those no-shows, Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin. But he wasn't forgotten.
Our current administration has just been missing. We've just been missing. And it's kind of a metaphor that we got missing Griffin.
I hope that each of you all have learned something here today, that those who want to lead should show up.
The gubernatorial debate wrapped up the day. Half of the 12 governor candidates came to make their case, but that didn't include Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Now, if you want to vote for any of these candidates, you must be registered by April 25th. That's next Monday. The primary election will be Tuesday, May 24th. And you can find a full list of the candidates on our website, thv-at-noon.com. Now happening today, the city of North Little Rock makes it official. The big new entertainment complex we first told you about this week will be formally announced later today. THV11 and our content partner, Arkansas Business, gave you a first look at the project on Monday. The Molly's Entertainment Center is a $28 million development. It'll be built on the 30-acre site of the old Wild River Country on Crystal Hill Road. It'll have a bowling alley, arcade, and a driving range with electronically tracked golf balls. A news conference is planned for 1 o'clock at North Little Rock City Hall. And also happening today, the North Little Rock Fire Department will celebrate historic changes in how the department operates. For the first time in over 100 years, the department is adding an additional battalion chief for each fire crew. The move will allow the department to better manage incidents and personnel more efficiently. It will also provide a safety officer at all major incidents and fires that crews are working. This morning, the boil water notice for certain residents living in Bryant is still ongoing. On Thursday, the Arkansas Department of Health issued the notice following a water main break. The boil order is precautionary for those on Mills Park Road from Bristol to Reynolds Road. That includes all the streets listed on the screen. The boil order will stay active until officials can certify the water has passed all health and safety tests. The head of the UN Human Rights Office issued a statement saying there have been repeated violations of international humanitarian laws in Ukraine. This comes as more possible evidence of war crimes are being discovered every day. Skylar Henry has more details from Washington.
New satellite images show what appears to be mass graves in Russian-controlled areas outside of Mariupol. It's the latest evidence of possible war crimes.
We know that the actual numbers are going to be much higher as the horrors inflicted in these areas of intense fighting, such as Mariupol, come to light.
The U.S. Department of Justice has confirmed the U.S. is helping Ukraine's prosecutor general.
They've collected a group of international allies to assist, and so we are helping in the collection of evidence and the preservation of evidence relating to possible war crimes.
Mariupol has been under siege since February 24th. Ukraine says tens of thousands have been killed in the city, with 10,000 more people still trapped there. About 1,000 Ukraine soldiers are making their last stand at a steel manufacturing plant as they battle to hold on to the city.
What we've seen from the people of Mariupol, including those who remain in this facility, is nothing short of bravery. It is nothing short of inspiring.
With Russia now launching a new offensive in eastern Ukraine, the U.S. has sped up the development of a new ghost drone to be delivered to Ukrainian forces.
This unmanned aerial system is designed for tactical operations. In other words, largely but not exclusively to attack targets.
Russia has been heavily shelling cities and towns in eastern Ukraine, while their ground forces get in place ahead of what is expected to be a very large battle. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is planning a trip to Europe next week to discuss with allies what more can be done to help Ukraine in its fight against Russia. And meanwhile, back here in the U.S., several major wildfires are threatening communities in the Southwest, especially in Arizona. Hundreds of homes have been evacuated, more than 24 structures destroyed, and officials expect conditions will only get worse. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
A fire that sparked Sunday near Flagstaff, Arizona is now raging out of control. The tunnel fire has already burned more than 32 square miles and is growing, leading Arizona's governor to declare a state of emergency Thursday. Officials fear high winds in the forecast could lead to catastrophic conditions.
There was a lot of fire everywhere, and we were really focused on the subdivisions and trying to get folks out.
In the air, helicopters were able to dump water on the flames for the first time. And on the ground, crews put out sparks and cut fire breaks to try to protect communities. The fire has burned at least 24 homes and businesses and forced 750 families to evacuate. Stephen Rossi loaded his horses onto a trailer, hoping to find somewhere safe to take them.
I figured if I just went far enough, someone's gonna take us in.
It's one of several fires now burning in Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado.
Thank you guys so much for your service.
Near Mayer, Arizona, one homeowner used his Ring doorbell to thank firefighters remotely.
It is literally a heart-melting thing to see what they're going through to help save people's homes.
The intense fires are early in the season, but scientists say a 20-year drought fueled by climate change has led to a year-round fire threat in the West. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
So far this year, there have been nearly 20,000 wildfires nationwide. That's the most in at least a decade. And they're called Green Girls, young women learning how to protect the environment. In just a moment, Michael George has more on an inspiring program teaching some valuable lessons. Corrales?
And today is Earth Day. What are you going to do to celebrate? Well, why don't you go outside, enjoy the fantastic weather that we have in store for your Friday, and to start off your weekend as well. Your forecast is coming up.